My name is Officer Hauck. I'm with the University Police Department. Basically, my job is very simple as the first officer on scene. As involved as the scene is, I'm not going to be trying to do a lot of investigation. My goal as a first step as I walk on is going to be to secure the scene. If possible, I'm going to try to find out from somebody nearby, is there a suspect nearby that I need to be concerned about? And are they presenting a threat to somebody else? If that's the case, my priority changes, but other than that situation, my goal is secure this scene, and then I'm going to call for backup. That backup is going to be able to do a more secure sweep of the area for a suspect or for any other evidence. And then also my supervisor, the ME, and ID. So ID will come out, they'll start to take in all the evidence, and the supervisor gets there, they're gonna start to manage the scene. My goal as the officer that first arrived on the scene, I'm gonna secure this scene right here, make sure that the evidence isn't contaminated. And that's pretty much what I'll do when I get there.
You guys have a lot of high traffic areas, so securing it's sort of important. It's not like it's gonna stay pristine. All right, Jared, do you wanna do a little bit next? I don't think you will. Our morgue investigator was supposed to come today, my apologies, but they have an actual caseload, so if you have real dead bodies, we can't really, get in the way there. It's just what we have to do, so.
Yes, so lead investigator Hugo Stimler was to come, and he's been doing this for so very long that he would be able to come in and just tell you everything that a medical examiner or office investigator would do. In Texas, it's very important, and obviously the university law enforcement understands this, that the body, at a death scene, the body belongs to the medical examiner. Law enforcement is not allowed legally to touch the body until the medical examiner says yes. So the ME has to come out here while they're securing the scene and collecting what evidence they can without touching the body. The medical examiner investigator will take lots of photos and will usually, after the photos are taken, will hold the body up in one direction, take photos there, check for crepitus, fractures on the back of the head, check for any type of bullet wounds, and just for those of y'all that don't know, I worked for 12 and a half years at a medical examiner's office in Houston, so and I went out to scenes a lot, but as a forensic anthropologist, not an investigator. So when the medical examiner is called by law enforcement, they will get an anthropologist if necessary, a trace evidence team from the DNA lab if necessary. Here, I don't think that there is one because our office here is relatively small, but in Houston we had a team of DNA analysts that would come out and take specimens to see if there actually are specimens of DNA from a perpetrator. And the anthropologist will come if it's a case that requires expertise of an anthropologist. This particular case is going to require anthropologist expertise, but not at the scene. So the investigator and whoever it is that's contracted to bring the body back to the medical examiner's office will come. I believe they may use a funeral service here. I think so. Our office, we had what we call DTS, Decedent Transport Service, and they would go out in our refrigerated truck and they would pick up individuals, because we would have maybe 16 deaths a day that they had to go pick up the bodies. Sometimes I've seen it up to 35 in a day, because it's Harris County, it's Houston, it's huge, and there's a lot of violence there. But okay, so this particular case, the investigator from the medical examiner's office is going to get a lot of information before that body is ever moved. I'm sorry, you twitched. You're doing a great job. Okay, so, but in a case, since this would be an anthropology case at the lab, I'm going to go in and show you why. In an environment such as this, everyone should wear shoe covers when they go into the area where there may be evidence, and that's part of what law enforcement does, is rule that scene to make sure that that kind of stuff doesn't happen. I don't have any shoe covers, it's not real, okay? But everybody also should be wearing their gloves. So in this situation, this individual, coming close to you, this individual has a wound at the top of the chest near the
You can guys
breastbone.
get closer if you need to. Let's get closer.
You can see a stab wound, right? And before anybody messes with this at the office, the medical examiner is going to measure this and take a bazillion pictures. They will also take pictures where the wound is covered by the shirt and the blood stain. That area is in the cartilage that attaches to the rib ends and then attaches to the sternum, the breastbone, so that it's flexible and we can breathe and we can move. If you had bone there, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't be able to do that. So cartilage, unlike that thin bone of the ribs, it will hold a pattern. So if this is a knife, say with a serrated edge, it goes through that cartilage and it will leave serrations on the cartilage where it has gone through. If it's smooth, it probably won't leave anything unless it's a damaged knife, and you might see damaged areas. So the pathologist in the medical examiner's office will remove that a section of that cartilage that has both ends of what was severed and put it in formalin to preserve and submit it to the forensic anthropologist if that office has one, or they may have to send it off. And we will make casts of that injury and look at the casts under a microscope and try to determine what type of blade. Also with this one, I'm sorry, do this again.
He's dead, no worries.
That's true. This one, it looks from the outside that maybe it's double bladed versus having one dull edge and one sharp edge. But you don't really know until you get in under the skin because it can mask a lot of different things. So that's where anthropology would be involved. Now, the back of his head, there's a lot of blood. I'm not going to move his head because I don't want to mess things up for people that come after me. But the back of his head, there's a lot of blood, and you see there's some blood dripping out of his ears. He probably has cranial fractures. That may also go to the anthropologist, or the anthropologist may go into the autopsy suite and look at them and try to determine what caused that. We don't know, we think he may have fallen off of here, but he could just as well have tripped and fallen backwards, not from behind. And that's one thing that the anthropologist can help to determine. Then, crawl over here. Then, we will, along with the photographs, we will write up a diagram of the stuff that we're looking at, and we will write a report, which then becomes a part of the autopsy report that the pathologist puts out, and that is public record. So, there are other things that forensic anthropologists do, but I think I've taken up enough of the time. So, I work in life sciences, and I'm Dr. Derrick, and I would be glad to take questions later.